Kettle's on. Water's gathered.
Welcome back to part 2 of our Lake District hut-to-hut adventure.
The tarn is flat calm. Beautiful mist just in front of Scoat Fell.
As we wake up in one of the most isolated places in the Lake District.
The other two still in their slumbers this morning.
Alone among the fells. No roads, no neighbours, just the promise of another big day ahead.
What a morning.
Let's go. That's not bad for a room with a view, is it? I'm agonising over whether I'm going to get in that tarn or not. I've got my swimming costume on. Dave and Julie are outside having a cup of coffee, and I'm trying to work up to jumping in that water. Anyway, before I do that, I'll show you around. Bedroom 1. Bedroom 2 is a bit dark, but that's going to change and get tidied up. Bedroom 3. And I have to say, and I mean this hand on heart, the beds are extremely comfortable. The stairs are a bit steep, mind. This is the map room, aka the dining room. And there's the reason it's called the map room, with a brand new map up there. This is the boot room, identified by the picture upon the mantelpiece. And the boot room houses the log burning stove. And then we have the kitchen, which is pretty much fully equipped. We're using water from the tarn right now, but we're hoping to get a filtration system in at some point. That's the washing up, there's the cooker, and all our bits and pieces. Cupboards, mouse proof of course. So, back to the burning question. Do I get a swim?
Scattered around and few photographs of people swimming and doing those sort of things.
Did you say swimming?
Oh, you're here. You look like you're all geared up for swimming.
Oh, you are impressive, Sue.
Oh, don't say that yet. I'll disappoint you. I'm good at
We're
disappointing.
going to hear the screams break the silence.
You'll hear the screams if I do go in. Well, you might not. I didn't squeal too much yesterday. It's a great swimming pool, isn't it? How could you not want to swim in that? It's just really early. I don't think that the sun hasn't really warmed the water yet. So I'll just go and have a look and just see. A bit boggy. Be careful here. Got my wet shoes on, because I always slip coming down here. That was amazing. But what's even more amazing is that these geese, they've got goslings. There's little babies. There they are. They don't seem too bothered. You see the chicks? Oh my word, that is so cute. I don't want to get too close. They look like the stereotypical Easter chicks. They're little yellow fluffy gorgeousness. There's 8 of them. That is so beautiful. It was hard to leave those goslings behind, but we were bound for Nether Wasdale to meet some friends at the second Achilli Ratti hut, known as the Little Ground House.
Well, 2 becomes 3. Here come the stragglers.
From here the path climbs to Illgill Head and Whin Rigg, a beautiful ridge running high above Burnmoor with sweeping views over Wastwater, Wasdale Head and the quiet valley of Miterdale on the other side.
Summit number 1, looking across the sea scale.
I can, yeah.
That's a concrete drive, which I think that's the one that leads down to it.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the big reveal. Look at that view.
Yeah, and that house there, that'll be it. See the first house, you know, as you come down from the farm and so on. Car, I went off the bloody road. Got a wheel stuck, so we all had to get out of the car and bounce it around.
Lunchtime.
Wild geese production. Just emerged at the sawmill. Lovely cafe and farm shop. You can get some refreshments. Nether Wasdale, £25.
If you like a good ale, you're spoilt for choice here. You should have seen those goslings. What a moment.
I know.
It was so cute.
That's so cute.
Oh, so cute.
Quintessential English pub garden on a red hot day in the Lake District in May. Back over the Wasdale Screes, and we're going this way. Here we go. Nearing end of day 3, hut to hut, after a pit stop up the Strand's public house. So, bloody cloud there, look, it's socked in. Just look at him.
We've seen a lot of cute things. Time of year, isn't it?
It is. Hut number 3.
Our third mountain hut of the trip, and what a lovely evening it was. Thanks to everyone for the company, and I hope the flapjack went down well.
Day 4 of the hut to hut pack.
A great night in a lovely setting, and now our first goal is Greendale Tarn.
Our next magical feature of the walk, Greendale Tarn. Beautiful place for a camp.
From Greendale Tarn, the path rises steadily towards the summit of Seatallan.
The summit of the day, Seatallan. Haycock next, and already a heat haze on the ground.
It's like cycling up a steep hill when there's no zigzags, isn't it? Nearly there, but it looks like a wall, doesn't it, in front of us? It won't be, it'll be more, be a bit more. Doesn't look steep from here, but it actually is quite. Haycock!
Wah wah wah. The hell, light should be really comedic, should have really stayed, you.
Here all week. That was a fair old pull, wasn't it?
Was.
That's what she said.
One. Oh, it's fresh on here this morning.
Yeah, cool breeze.
Northerly west stream. Different to yesterday, which was God's yaw. And you know what? I can see Burnmoor Tarn. There's our objective for tonight. In there. There's Scoat Tarn. And background Scoat Fell, Scoat Fell. Down to Burnmoor Tarn. Wasdale Screes, where we went across yesterday. It is bitterly cold!
We've done Seatallan, followed by Haycock. So Haycock done. And down there is Illgill. Looking beautiful and blue. For those wanting the stove shot, there it is. And we're having soup, and I've been baking, so we're having cheese scones. I left my flapjack at the little ground house and the chocolate.
You left my chocolate there.
So I'm going to have to do without now.
What a start. There's the summit of steeple. And that's where we are here, Scoat Fell. Horrible little blocky descent initially. Back across to where we were yesterday. Sorry, day before yesterday. Scoat Fell Pike. Great gable, and there's Pillar. Next objective after Whin Gap. There's our way out, down to Wasdale Head, before we head back up to Burnmoor and to Pillar. Our last summit of the day. Downhill to Wasdale, and then up to Burnmoor Tarn and Burnmoor Lodge. Next overnighter. Magical mountain Pillar. Spent a winter night here, and the photography views in the morning were amazing.
When we stood here in January 2020, the summit of Pillar was unforgettable, and here in May 2025, it's just as breathtaking. But our chosen descent was another matter.
The route down from Whin Gap. Horrendous. Always an interesting perspective because from this position, Scoat Fell looks bigger than, higher than Scoat Fell Pike. For some years it was thought to be so. And we've just come down that horrendous path, come scree shoot, stone shoot from Whin Gap, never to be done again.
What did you think of that?
It's horrendous.
Oh, no, we've done it before, I suppose, but bloody hell, I'm not doing that again. I wouldn't go down there again. Look at it. That was quite dangerous.
I was worried about dislodging enough rocks to set off almost a stone avalanche in there. It was awful. Be aware, Whin Gap down or up is pretty horrendous.
The descent might have been horrendous, but the walk down to Wasdale Head more than made up for it.
Looking ahead at Scoat Fell, it's its best angle.
Look at the angle of it from here. Now you can see how steep it is.
That's it. A light chute in the middle. We were stupid enough to come down there.
Not many people judging by this path.
No.
Oh.
It's dry, it's hot. There's an ice cream with my name on it at Wasdale Head.
What flavour are you going to have?
Raspberry Ripple.
Raspberry ripple. I'm going to have pistachio. I'm going to have pistachio and mint.
Well, I guess I'll give you that if you want.
And chocolate. And salted caramel. It's tough.
And you're buying.
Just approaching Wasdale Head. And the promise of some ice cream. Yay.
And we arrive at an oasis. Better have them ice creams, live. Last time we dreamt about ice creams, I never had any. Just had burgers. What do they do? One scoop £3, two scoops £4.50. Three scoops £6. Last leg now to Burnmoor Lodge. Return to Burnmoor. Burnmoor revisited, so the route back where we could go back down to Wasdale Head, up to Stye Head, down past the Woolpack, Quaggreen Moss.
Oh yeah, back behind us, yeah.
Yeah, and then again dropping down towards the River Esk.
Plenty of route options, but no decisions yet.
In front of the fire and a view out of the window to Scoat Fell.
All will be revealed in the morning. For now, we had visitors to distract us.
Scoat Fell starting to glow in the sunset. And the geese have arrived back with their chicks. Oh wow, there's loads of them. Whole procession of them.
Day 5 begins, and we're not the only ones on the move.
Time for a early morning dip before we make our way back to Langdale.
Didn't I do this already? Deja vu. Same tarn, same squeal.
I don't know whether I want to go in there or not now. What a place for a morning swim. Scoat Fell in the background and Crinkle Fell. Pillar. Little minnows for company. No goslings today. Chosen route today, up over that.
Well, if you've got absolutely no knee cartilage like me, this is a magnificent way down, but only because it's been so dry. Have a look at this. Nice and mossy and bouncy. You like mossy and bouncy?
This in front there is known as Cat Crag. Second one just come through.
Possibly can't see that, but we think we've just spotted a pair of peregrines. It's beautiful.
Say you'll stay till the morning light. I'll help you through the fight. Let's make footprints in the sand.
What a spot.
Come hold my hand. Let's find something new.
Just look at this. When I come swimming, swim lengths in there. Gorgeous spot. And there's another one.
We follow the River Esk upstream, winding past waterfalls and crystal clear pools, some of the most idyllic spots in the lakes, before climbing towards the Three Tarns below Bowfell. From there, the route leads over Crinkle Crags and down to Langdale.
This gill, this river, is just breathtaking. We're at the Three Tarns. Blowy in the cold. Not much in them today. Back in the Langdale Valley. About to do Crinkle Crags.
That was a hell of a climb up, wasn't it?
Was.
I think that's one of the longest climbs in the Lake District, isn't it?
Way up from Wasdale to there.
Let's make miracles come from my hand. Let's find
Our next challenge is Crinkle Crags, a favourite among Lake District walkers with its twisting, knobbly ridge and a string of rocky summits. There's a short scramble known as the Bad Step, though it's not really as fearsome as the name suggests.
let's find something new. Me and you.
That's it. There's the way back to where we started. Back to the Langdale Pikes. Heading down to Stool Farm. We're down, back to Langdale. Stool Farm. You can get it going, so.
Anything going, Dave?
Yeah, that's what she said. Just passing the ODG. And there's Middlefell Buttress behind us. There's a couple of climbers up there. And look how dry this is.
A perfect place to end a few unforgettable days in the Lake District.
Cheers.
It's meant to be cloudy.
If you've enjoyed coming along with us, please give the video a like.
Good.
And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and check out some of our earlier adventures. I'll leave you with our walk out on that beautiful freezing January morning from the summit of Pillar. Until next time, cheerio!